Hi, I'm Ian from footballboots.co.uk, and today we're looking at the newest addition to Umbro's range of boots,
the UX-1. These are as worn by new Tottenham signing Eric Dyer. They should also have been worn by Andy Carroll, but he can't keep himself fit. And at least Dyer scored some goals in them. So this new boot is all about protection. It is the replacement for the Giro Metro, which was Umbro's control boot, and it does have some control elements still left on here with these little additions. But it is mainly about protection. It's made out of something stronger than Kevlar, and yeah, you could kind of think of it being a combination of a nitrocharge, which has protection elements, and maybe I'd say lethal zones, but these zones are a little bit different. But anyway, we'll get into that with the test and review, so let's get on with it. This is the launch colorway for the UX-1, and I think Umbro have done a great job. They have called this one Blackberry, Safety Yellow, Grape, and you get two choices of laces. You get these bright yellow ones, you also get a pair in the Blackberry as well if you prefer that. There's two other colorways that are available now. We're going to throw that up on the screen. We've got the white, black, cherry tomato, and also the reverse of this, which is a safety yellow with the Blackberry details. My personal preference, I think that these are the best looking ones out of the three. Umbro did a great job of choosing these for their launch colorway. The UX-1 has a thick upper with this mesh and these detailed touch zones applied over the top. Now they are the successor to the Giro Metro, so they do have some control elements. There's a little pass pad just in here, it's kind of soft, and yeah, these control elements across the top. Umbro say they're designed for ultimate control and touch in all weather conditions. Now the upper is made of Armortex. Now that is 10 times stronger than steel and 40% stronger than Kevlar, and it's going to make them the strongest boot ever manufactured. They are breathable and waterproofed, so that's going to help in the wet weather, and they're really tough to withstand tackles, but soft enough that you got that feel for the ball. I can agree that they are pretty soft, and it doesn't necessarily feel like you're wearing anything different than any normal synthetic boot. You kind of push them down and it pops back up and all that kind of good stuff. That's it. So the upper is pretty soft, and it's definitely durable. It is comfortable for a synthetic boot, and I think that it's definitely a wide last. Feels like it would take a wide foot pretty well, and this central lacing system here will add to the comfort if you prefer that kind of thing. Other features include this really solid heel counter, which is another addition for protection, and it's going to give you a great lockdown in the heel. And there's a synthetic heel lining here for comfortable feeling around your heel. This feels real nice and snug. Definitely a comfortable boot to wear. One thing I really love about the UX-1 is the tongue. I'm just going to whip this out here so I can show you. It has a pour-on XRD makeup to it, and that just means that it's really soft and flexible. There's the pour-on here, and it just feels nice and soft, really protected. Somebody's going to tread on your foot here, you're not going to feel it as much as you would in other synthetic boots, and that's a really nice thing that Umbro have done there. They've kind of taken into account that can hurt when people tread on your foot, or you get in tackles and all that kind of good stuff. So the tongue has this padding, which means that you get more protection on the top of your foot, which can only be a good thing if you're looking for that. So these are the touch zones, and very reminiscent of say the lethal zones. You've got kind of this sweet spot type area here, and you've got like a drive area here, and you got your first touch, although not quite to there, and then you've even got your dribble out here. So kind of very reminiscent of an Instinct or something like the Screamer. The good thing with these zones on here is it really gives the boot some structure. I don't know necessarily whether the upper would work as well if these zones weren't on top to hold it in place. And the idea of these is just to give you a better first touch and contact with the ball when playing. It's going to be much better than if the actual the mesh itself was making contact with the ball.
We've seen it before with Umbro, and we see it here again. They've evolved their A-frame. It's for stability and security each time you plant your foot. And it just runs into this really solid heel counter here. It's a dual density cage, and it gives a soft protective spine to cushion your heel and safeguard your Achilles tendon. And it's just a nice little wrap around your foot to keep this nice and tight. You pull it in with the laces, and it means that it just wraps all the way around. It means you're nice and snug up around the top of your foot here, and is a nice addition to the UX-1.
So we've got the hard ground sole here, and on this Umbro have used 10 4-foot studs, and that just reduces the pressure on your foot when you're running, and makes it really nice and comfortable on what is particularly hard ground that we've been playing on today. Now that's combined with these 4 heel studs, gives you really decent traction when you're playing, and it's got a real solid central spine which runs down the sole plate, and just it's a comfortable sole plate, and it's really noticeable when playing on hard ground, like as I say we were today. It's great. It's not going to be suited so much to your kind of wetter pitches and your slightly muddier pitches. Obviously you're going to switch to a different sole for that. I think this one looks really visually appealing as well. It's transparent, and then you've just got this safety yellow popping through all around the stud areas, and it looks really smart. So Umbro.
So the UX-1, what's my overall opinion after having a chance of wearing them? Well, I think it's an underrated boot, and I think you need to consider giving them a chance. Umbro have done a great job with a new addition, and obviously working pretty well for Eric Dyer. I think if you're looking for a boot that affords you a lot of protection of your feet, especially maybe if you're coming back from some kind of metatarsal injury or something where you're a little bit concerned about people treading on your feet, these would be a really good option for you. They're really solid, definitely suit goalkeepers, I think. Joe Hart was wearing these until he got poached by Nike and switched him to the Magistas. But these are a great boot for goalkeepers, and I definitely recommend them for that. I'd be really interested to know if any of the rest of you have tried wearing these. If you have, let us know in the comments, tell us what you think. Please make sure to share this video on Twitter. We're at football_boots. Make sure you follow us if you're not already. You'll see more pictures of these on our Facebook page, facebook.com/footballboots. Make sure you become a fan of that if you haven't already, and please make sure you drop a like on this video. Go share it if you can. Tell us what you think in the comments, we really appreciate it. We'll be back with some more reviews soon. Until then, go enjoy your football.